At Darlington Raceway, a quiet failure inside the number 45 Toyota should have ended the race right there, but instead, it changed everything. Mid-race, Tyler Reddick's alternator suddenly gave out, and in NASCAR, that's usually game over. No clean fix, no easy workaround. Most teams would fade out of contention instantly. But not this time. 23XI Racing made a call that almost nobody saw coming. It wasn't flashy, it wasn't obvious, but it was perfectly calculated and completely legal. They went heavier. Instead of trying to patch the issue, the crew swapped in a larger, higher-capacity battery, something most teams actually avoid. Why? Because in NASCAR, every pound slows you down. Teams spend all weekend trying to make the car lighter, not heavier. And yet, in that moment, going heavier was the only way forward. To really understand how bold this move was, you need to know how strict NASCAR's battery rules are. According to NASCAR official Mike Ford, teams can run up to 2 batteries, each capped at 12 volts, and both must be mounted correctly. But here's the twist that changed the race. There's no limit on battery size. Sounds simple, but there's a catch. The car still has to meet the minimum weight. That one rule flips the entire strategy on its head. Most teams run smaller batteries to stay light and fast. It's the standard approach. But when Reddick's alternator failed, that strategy instantly became useless. So the number 45 team pivoted fast. They installed a bigger battery, one powerful enough to keep the car alive without the alternator. And just like that, a race-ending problem turned into a race-winning opportunity. And yes, it was 100% legal. In fact, going heavier is the safer side of the rulebook. Go too light and you risk disqualification. Go heavier, and as long as everything checks out, you're in the clear. The number 45 checked every single box. But what really makes this moment stand out isn't just knowing the rules, it's being ready for this exact scenario. The team had the right part, understood the regulations perfectly, and executed under pressure without hesitation. That's not luck. That's elite-level preparation. And somehow, it ended with a win. Reddick's Darlington victory also came during the debut of NASCAR's new high-horsepower, low-downforce package, a setup that puts more pressure on driver skill and less on aerodynamics. More control, more precision, less margin for error. This same package is already set to appear at tracks like Martinsville, but here's the big question everyone's asking right now. Will NASCAR bring it to the 1-5-mile tracks like Charlotte, Las Vegas, or Kansas? For now, the answer is no. NASCAR believes those tracks already produce the best racing on the schedule. In their eyes, there's no reason to fix something that isn't broken. But that doesn't mean it's off the table forever. There are hints this could become a 2027 conversation. Because in NASCAR, nothing stays the same for long. Every season, teams adapt. They figure things out. They close the gaps. And even without rule changes, the racing keeps evolving. Now, here's where things get interesting. Despite all the hype around the new package, the Darlington race itself didn't play out the way officials expected. Instead of chaos, it was clean, almost too clean. In fact, it marked the 5th straight Cup race without a caution in Stage 1. No wrecks, no major incidents, just pure racing. Fans liked it, but didn't love it. Because, let's be real, chaos creates moments. Restarts create drama, and this race had very little of that. NASCAR will be watching closely at Martinsville this weekend, gathering direct feedback from drivers to see what needs tweaking, if anything. But Darlington wasn't just about Reddick. There were other storylines quietly building in the background. Several cars, including Austin Cindric's Ford and Carson Hocevar's Chevrolet, were sent to the R&D center after the race, a sign NASCAR wanted a deeper inspection. Pre-race inspection was messy too. Only about half the field passed on the first attempt, with drivers like Chase Elliott and Chris Buescher taking penalties. That's not normal, and it definitely raised some eyebrows in the garage. Even in the Truck Series, Corey Haim's win sparked confusion around playoff eligibility, adding yet another layer to an already chaotic weekend. And now, zoom out for a second, because this isn't just about one race. This is about the future of NASCAR's competitive landscape. For years, the sport has been dominated by 3 powerhouse teams: Hendrick Motorsports, Gibbs Racing, and Team Penske. The Big Three. But now, there's a new name forcing its way into that conversation: 23XI Racing. They're younger, smaller, less established. But after moments like this, ignoring them is no longer an option. Now, here's where the story takes a bigger turn. Because through just 6 races in the 2026 season, Tyler Reddick isn't just performing, he's dominating. 4 wins in 6 races. Let that sink in. He didn't just start strong, he made history. Reddick became the first driver ever to win the opening 3 races of a NASCAR season, something no one had ever done before. And this didn't come out of nowhere. He already proved his level by winning the 2024 regular season championship. At this point, he's not just hot, he's becoming one of the defining drivers of this era. But it's not just about Reddick. Bubba Wallace is right there too, sitting 3rd in the overall standings and coming off a massive milestone of his own. His Brickyard 400 win last season wasn't just another victory. It was a statement. A crown jewel win that told the entire garage, 23XI Racing has arrived. And internally, they know it. Co-owner Denny Hamlin put it into perspective in a way that perfectly captures where this team stands right now. He didn't call them champions. He didn't overhype it. Instead, he compared the team to something being built piece by piece. The foundation? Already set. The structure? Going up fast. The roof? Not there yet, but it's coming. That's the key. Because everything you need to build a championship team is already in place, elite drivers, Toyota support, strong leadership, and the kind of infrastructure most new teams take a decade to develop. Now, the results are catching up. Wins, consistency, presence at the front of the field. And naturally, the conversation has started. Is NASCAR's Big 3 about to become a Big 4? That debate got real after Darlington. When analysts started comparing 23XI Racing directly to Team Penske, one of the sport's established giants, there was hesitation. Not everyone was ready to make that leap. But Hamlin didn't dodge it. He broke it down with complete clarity. If you're looking at the last 6 years overall, then yes, Penske still has the edge. More wins, championships, a longer track record. But if you're talking about right now, 2026, then the picture changes completely. Because this season, 23XI isn't catching up. They're setting the pace. And that distinction matters more than anything. This isn't just a hot streak. It's not luck. It's not a fluke stretch of races. This is a young team going head-to-head with organizations that have spent decades building dominance and actually outperforming them. So what's driving it? Part of it is Toyota's technical backing, a huge advantage in a sport where details decide everything. Part of it is star power. Denny Hamlin, Michael Jordan. That kind of ownership doesn't just bring attention, it brings resources, expectations, and a winning mindset. But more than anything, it's the culture. 23XI isn't relying on one driver, one moment, or one lucky break. Both cars are producing. Both drivers are delivering. That's how real contenders are built. The roof might not be on yet, but the house? It's going up faster than anyone expected. And if this pace continues, NASCAR might not have a Big 3 for much longer.